everybody. So my client today wanted chunky highlights, like the zebra looking ones, and she has thin hair. So I'm starting off with the weave. I'm going to weave the sides and the back, and I will slice the very top of the hair, make it chunky highlights. But it's not a good idea, at least in my opinion, it was not a good idea to do slices all over, just because it could look a little crazy, like lines all over is what I was trying to avoid. But also bleach the way that it bleeds through, not necessarily bleed as in blood, but when you have bleach in a foil, it fluffs up, and if you don't do enough cotton or like cover it right, it will literally go through and it will bleach the dark hair that you don't want to be bleached. So as you can see here, I am doing double cotton in the bottom and a cotton on top, and that is cotton. I meant cotton or cotton, whatever it is that you use for that word, cotton, whatever. The thing is, the fluffy white thing in general, you put a fluff on the bottom, put a fluff on the top, and make sure there's still space in that foil. Fold your foil. Basically the foil, I fold it in the bottom, right? And then you put a cotton in the bottom, and then you bleach the hair, put a cotton on top, and then you bring that foil over the cotton, basically over, like touching the scalp. And what you do is you move the foil up. I don't even know how to explain it. The point is, make sure it's on the scalp to where it will not bleed through, and if you move them around, it's not gonna slip away and like bleed through, because then if that happens, you have to go in with a dark color and just hide all of that, because if not, it looks crazy and raunchy and you do not want that. Anywho, long story short, just kidding, my video is long. I believe it's like 16 minutes, who knows. The point is, here we are slicing, and you know, this video was actually like 33 minutes long, and I did it fast again, and apparently this is as good as it's going to get. I could do another round, but it'll mess up the audio, so I don't know. This is what it's going to be, a 16-minute long video. Will you watch the whole thing? Who knows? But this speed though, you can actually see the technique that I used so much better, so you cannot complain. Like, if you really want to see what I did, this is it right here. So after I got done with the sides, I moved up to the top, and this is the chunky slices right here. And in the top of her hair is the thinnest part of her hair. You can see like her scalp through her hair, and I just believe it's because her hair is long, so all that weight pushes it down. It's not that she's bald, it's just thin hair and long hair, the weight of it just like goes down. And as you can see, I'm pretty goofy, having a good time. And this chunk, I actually weaved it, and then I decided not to weave. I decided to leave it, and I actually regret not weaving it now that it's actually already done. It turned out good because it gave it that chunky effect, but for me, I feel like it could have made it a little better, more brighter in the front if I would have weaved it. So future, weave it, don't leave it. But also, because it's all chunky, and then if we would have had one weave, it would have looked weird. So in my mind, I just told myself, you know what, weave it, because then if she wears it down the middle, you're gonna see like little highlights and then big chunky ones all over. That's going to be weird. So stick to what you're doing. The top, just know when you're working with the top, which is like the mohawk section, that is the most important, because your client will either do a side part, middle part, or the other side. You never know, and you have to make sure that it's going to look good no matter what way they part their hair. If the wind blows, or freaking Susie and Carrie, they want to look at your hair like, oh, let me see. People are so quick to find the errors, so make sure they don't find them in the top. Anywho, here I am doing the sides, and I'm gonna save you some trouble, so let's just cut to the chase. Let's cut to the good part. Ta-da! We did it. Oh, and also to warm the foils, I actually put a towel over it. That is the formula that I used, so that actually speeding that up, you'll just have to pause it because I can't slow it down anymore. Too bad. So that was a formula I used, and I actually did it in the sink because I used a 20 volume. I didn't want her natural hair to lift too much, but I mean, you can see her dark hair did lift just a little bit, not too much. So I actually put the color all over in the sink as if it was a toner, and then we dried it, we cut it. I'm styling it currently, and then you will see the after in just a few minutes when I get done curling and chit-chatting. Look at me, just blah 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 blah. And voila, it is styled. So I love curling the hair and then brushing it out with a wide tooth comb. And this is the after in slow-mo. Honestly, my room doesn't do justice. My lighting is not the best, and I actually record on my iPad. So wish me luck for the future. Bye.